If your cash ain't right, if your cash ain't right, put some cash in your life, put some cash in your life. Cause what's the credit score when you got your cash right? Put some cash in your life, put some cash in your life. If your cash ain't right, if your cash ain't right, put some cash in your life.
YouTube Zodiac Gang, what's good? It's your boy KashDaGemini. I am back with another episode. This is episode 4 of the Kashing Out Show. Got a special guest with me. So with a special guest, I had to bring a special co-host to help me out. I got Steve from Casual Nerd Problems. And
what's up, man?
What's good, Steve? What's good? So here is Miguel from ToyQuest101. How you guys doing today?
What's up, guys? What's up? Happy to be here.
Yeah, both you guys' backgrounds is looking pretty done, pretty complete. I like what I see there. Hey, so right behind you, is that a like a life-size Spider-Man or?
Yeah, so that's actually for those young people on here. That's from Blockbuster. I know that doesn't exist anymore, but that was from the Spider-Man movie, believe it or not. And funny story, there was this guy up in North Jersey, so I'm from Jersey, and they had a contest at Blockbuster for winning one of these guys because they had them at the stores. They shipped it to him and it broke, so he called, and this guy didn't care for Spider-Man or anything. He called, they sent him a brand new one in a box, and he had the brand new in a box sitting in his house for about 2 years, and his wife got finally upset, was like, get rid of it. So I drove like 2 hours to get it, pristine condition. All right. And it's funny because when I do some room tours or when people see it, they're like, oh, it's dusty. And I'm like, yeah, because a lot of those that you see around, and you go anywhere, the comic book conventions, comic book stores, the webbing on them is all tore up and broken. This one isn't, because I'm not messing with it. Other story behind it is it has an edition size on it. They only made X amount of them. It has a Blockbuster certificate of authenticity right on it. And I took the base of that guy, which is like a size of like a skateboard. I took it all the way to New York Comic-Con. I handed it to my man, Stan Lee.
Oh.
He signed it, autographed it, has a certificate of authentication there as well. So that's double certified and with Stan Lee on it. And it's like in perfect condition aside from being dusty. But that's actually one of my prized like possessions. I love it. And then I made the background to look like Venom was going through the wall and stuff. But that's from Blockbuster. Blockbuster doesn't exist anymore. And obviously Stan Lee's no longer with us, unfortunately. That broke my heart. But that's very, very rare right there. But yeah, that thing has been around for a while, and it took a trip with me once, so it's pretty cool.
Man, that's crazy. Damn. Stan Lee signed the road trip.
Yeah,
that's what I call the hunt.
The funny thing is, I'm walking around Comic-Con and there's a ton of people there, and they're like, "What the heck?" And I brought it up to Stan Lee. Stan Lee knew exactly what it was, and I didn't bring him. It was just the stand. It was like the base, and it's this metal cylinder. He knew exactly what it was. It was the weirdest thing in the world. But it was pretty cool, man. I got him to sign it, and yeah, man, it's one of the best pieces in my collection.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I see we got the Everyday Collector in here. Appreciate you being here. Shout out Luke. What's good, Arch? Appreciate you being here. Vane21, what's good with you, bro? Blockbuster, that's right, man. What's going on, Edwin Diaz? Appreciate you being here as well, bro. Yeah, man. What's good, Steven? Appreciate you staying up, man, all the way from Belgium. What's up, man? I appreciate you being here. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. You got so my bad, Rome. Forgot Rome in the house too, man. But I see more people showing up. I appreciate all you guys being here. That's a crazy story, actually. That's crazy. I wish I could get Stan Lee to sign anything. A shoebox. It wouldn't even matter to me.
Listen, my first experience with Stan Lee wasn't the best one. But this one turned out to be really good. So I was happy about that.
Yeah, that's crazy. So what's going on with your background there? You got Venom coming through the wall. Now I see some are those Q-figs to your left?
Over here?
To the other side. Well,
over here.
Yeah, your left, my right. Yeah.
So these are actually QD1 figures from Prime One Studios. So you guys know what Funko is, right? So this is basically the competition that is against Funko. So this is the entire DC collection of QD1 figures, Series 1. We partner up with a lot of statue companies. Prime One Studios is one of our partners. So they send us things for us to review on the show. And this is one of the ones that they sent out. So let me just grab... I'll grab these two real quick so we can get a close-up of these guys. But yeah, man, this is like very popular overseas. You're gonna see them a lot at the Comic-Cons and stuff, but they're all very similar. They all have button eyes and stitching and stuff. See if I can get the camera to focus a little bit on them. But magnet base.
You said these are Prime One?
This is Prime One Studio. They have QD1 figures. They have Berserk. They have Batman. They have all the different color Batmans. Here's Batman right here.
Wow.
See if I can get him to focus. I got too much stuff going on in the background.
Maybe they could send some to Cash to review some, huh, Cash?
Hey, you never know. But these guys are awesome, man. They're a little bit more expensive than Funko, but like even the box that it comes in has the picture window. It's a double cardboard. You know, the problem I have with the Funkos is that the cardboard's so thin after a while with weather and stuff. It gets like flimsy. It kind of puffs out a little bit. Not with these. So if you want to display them in the box, they're cool. They're little vinyl figures, and they all kind of have the button eyes and the stitching around them and stuff. Like even Batman looks like a baseball almost, right? But the details on these guys are pretty cool. So when they send them to me, I knew what they were because they're like blowing up. So I was happy to have them in my hand because it really made me a believer in the product, right? Because one thing seeing it and hearing about it, but these are cool, man. So I decided to keep these because my daughter, loved them, and it's the first series they ever had on them. We did a Berserk one too, which was cool, and we did a giveaway for that one. But yeah, man, these are pretty neat, and they're Prime One Studio QD1 figures. So go check out Prime One Studios. You could type in QD1. You're going to see all the different series, a bunch of anime, a bunch of DC products, and they're just cool, man. You could either buy the whole entire collection or the series, or you could buy individual ones, online and stuff. But these guys are cool. So the whole DC collection's back there. I'm trying to see what you guys can see on the camera. Then I got the Laughing Joke, the Joker. Got the Greg Horn painting in the back, or the print.
Cool.
Hellboy from NECA. Yeah, man, I got a bunch of stuff over here.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that, being able to have a a different option besides the Funko Pops always. It's definitely cool to kind of have some variety in the collection. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know that Prime One actually had those at all. So that's cool.
Yeah, definitely check it out, man. They're really cool. I like them a lot, man.
Yeah.
So Miguel, what's the discount code for everyone?
I probably have one. So it's funny that you say that because so because of my daughter and because what my show represents, right? Because we really want to inspire kids with autism and special needs, and the reason for the show happening was because of my daughter thinking that she wasn't able to be on YouTube because she had autism. So when we started blowing up, YouTube all of a sudden had the COPPA law change, which meant that monetization and stuff is going to be difficult when you have a kid present or a lot of your fan base are kids around the world. My fan base is like 50-50. You got kids under 18, and then everybody else is like in the 20s and 30s. So I got a very mixed, but I didn't want to change what we wanted to do on the show just to make money. So like you got Mr. X and all these guys, and they're just
good, Vanessa?
They're nowhere near my following, but they're getting all this monetization for their channels, which kudos to them because I love them all, right? So for us it's a little bit more difficult. So when you talk about discount codes and stuff, I actually have them because I partner up with Prime One Studios. They send me stuff. I don't particularly buy a lot of stuff, even though when I can, I will. I don't have that luxurious life. But we have a Facebook group, and a lot of people like Dennis is a huge fan and a follower of ours. And when he orders a statue, let's say through Sideshow, he'll hit me up. I send him a referral code, and it gives us like rewards and points, which let us, eventually get a statue and stuff. And it's little things like that that really help out the show. But yeah, we got discount codes, we get contests, referral codes from all of our partners. So if you guys ever, check out my Facebook group. It just started not too long ago. You could join, or anybody ever wants to order any statue, hit me up first. I'll send you a referral code or even a coupon, give you something off. And it looks good on us because it shows our partners that people are watching the show. So that's kind of how I run my channel. It's a little different than everybody else. Although we are, kind of reviewing some of the same stuff. And we do other stuff too, aside from reviewing statues and toys and figures, which we could talk about later. But yeah, it's pretty much that's a good thing that you said that. So if you do want one, I'll see what I can do.
So my question for you would be, when it comes to comics and growing up as well as being a father now, was that something you kind of was like, hey, when I have a kid, I'm saying, I'm gonna make sure they know who Spider-Man is. They're into that too. Cause I did a review for Thor Breaker Brimstone, just the art print. And I did the art print, with my kid, and he was like really cool. Like he's only 5, and he was just like, he's like, I'm like, who is this? He's like, Thor, you know what I'm saying? So he was just like, it was like really fun kind of having that embrace together, you know what I'm saying? So I can only imagine doing an actual whole channel. So talk to us about that. Like, how do you feel about that? Your co-host being your kid.
Yeah, so you're giving me goosebumps, right? Because so a little bit of backstory. So I grew up in Puerto Rico, and in Puerto Rico, man, we only had like 3 channels, right? We had the soap opera channel, right, that my mom and my grandmother were always on, that I hated, right? We had sports, we had wrestling. Man. And then we had the cartoon channel. So I grew up, with the 90s, the Spiderman, the X-Men, all those cartoons. And that was my outlet, right? So when I was struggling as a kid, which I really wasn't, but when I was going through my emotions, I looked at Peter Parker, who not necessarily Spider-Man was a hero. Peter Parker was the hero, right? Because he's the guy in school that he's getting picked on and stuff. And then nobody knows he's that superhero, right? Yeah. The X-Men with all the different, topics that they had on the animated series. So now with Disney Plus, being out, and now in the present with my daughter, I'm getting to see all the new stuff with her, and I'm getting to show her all the old stuff. So it's kind of like a combination of things. And like you said, Cash, man, it's a pretty cool feeling, right? Because she gets really excited, then I get excited, right? And then like when we have celebrities on the show, I'm a huge Wolverine fan. My son's name is Logan after Wolverine, right?
Gotcha.
And I told her one day, listen, we're getting Cal Dot on the show. And she's like, who's that? I'm like, well, let's pop in X-Men animated series. We binge watched the whole thing, even though I have the DVDs. And, now she got to hear the voice of Cal Dot.
Did she say, Dad, what's a DVD?
Oh yeah, she knows what a DVD is, but like it's funny because I had the cassettes from Pizza Hut, and she was like, "What the heck is that?" And I'm like, "Oh my god!" Yeah, it's a fun feeling to have her on the show, and just kind of show her what my childhood was like, and her kind of show me stuff too. So, the Facebook group name ToyQuest101. If you find me on it, I think it's ToyQuest101 statue reviews and statue sales or something like that. If you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you can message me and I'll just send you the link. But it's an open platform for it's private, but it's an open platform for anybody to go on. You guys could show what you guys bought. It's just a fun place to kind of collaborate on. And I love hearing people's stories on there too. And I always put contests on there. A lot of times, we live busy lives, and I get a lot of emails, especially with Sideshow and all their contests going on and stuff. So I'll have them there for you guys for you to do it without actually looking for it. So,
man, speaking of Sideshow, so they're doing their spooktacular stuff, and I'm supposed to be the horror guy, right? A place like like 45th out of like 150 people for their horror contest that they were doing. They were doing like cahoots or something like that. I'm like, man, like I thought I
Yeah,
was a horror
the
dude.
one
And
today. Was it the one
yesterday
today?
it was like
Oh,
it was like
yesterday.
1 in the
Yeah,
morning.
yeah. Oh, dude, listen,
It was cool though.
sideshow's a big part of Toy Quest 101. Not only because they collaborate with us, but true story. The whole thing with my daughter happened when we were watching Sideshow Spooktacular years ago.
Hmm.
We were watching them, sell their souls and stuff and try to do contests and people dress up and she would laugh. And we did one where I sold my soul to dress up as Wolverine and read a Dr. Seuss book with her. And we won a 6-scale figure from Sideshow. And during that time, that's when I popped the question to her. I was like, hey, you like this so much, you should do your own YouTube show. And that's when she kind of shut off the tablet, got real sad. And when I was like, what's wrong? She said, I can't be on YouTube because I had autism. And that kind of broke my heart as a parent. That's pretty much
Yeah.
our story there. And then, we were at the time doing the basement. We did our first episode and that's all she wrote. And now we're one of the biggest review channels out there. We have 70 million views. We have 130 something thousand subscribers, people all around the world supporting us and stuff. And it's been a great, crazy ride for us. But it's all love, man. All love.
Yeah, for sure, man. So speaking of movies and TV shows, what exactly are you watching nowadays? Disney Plus, HBO Max for your superhero stuff, or?
Yeah, I have all that, man. I have all that. So right now, it's funny. I'm watching the Lock and Key series, second series on Netflix.
I'm not familiar
Um,
with that.
it's about like a house. It's called the family's the Locks. Their name is the Locks, but they have the Lock house is filled with a bunch of magical keys around the house, and the kids are starting to find these keys, and the adults lose their memory of the magic when they become an adult, and it's pretty cool, man. I've been watching that. Obviously, I watched the new Venom movie and things like that. That's pretty much all I got time for as far as shows. But Lock and Key is the one I'm on right now, second season.
Yeah, definitely, man. Hey, what the hell? Yo, Les, is that you?
Space for less.
Like no scroll up chat, Les? What's good, Arch? I'm watching Lock and Key now. Okay, cool, man. That's what's up. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen it on Netflix a couple of times, but I keep like scrolling past it. But I'll give it a try, man. I'll give it a try.
it's just fantasy fiction stuff. I like it, man. It's pretty cool though.
Yeah, so coming up pretty shortly is going to be Prime One's event that's going on. Is there any statues or anything that you're looking forward to, or maybe a character that you kind of wish would be made?
So Prime One Studios again is one of our partners. I'm actually supposed to be there watching and doing all that stuff. Our partner hit us up yesterday about it. Prime One Studios, like I feel like everything they touch is gold. They're one of the bigger companies that are just they really go all out with their stuff. I do wish they did more Marvel stuff though. That
Yeah.
the licensing and stuff. Listen, I'm a big Batman fan. I know they do a ton of Batman stuff. My next episode is going to be the Batman Batcave edition, which I'm super excited for.
As is everybody.
Yeah, that's like one of the grails out there right now. So I'm excited to open it up. I got it on my birthday. It delivered on my birthday, which is weird. But yeah, anything Prime One Studios touches is really great. I really don't have something crazy that like I'm super excited about, just because everything that they do is really exciting. I mean, listen, I'm not the biggest Godzilla and King Kong fan, and that Godzilla King Kong diorama that they had just was insane.
Yeah.
Was insane. So incredible job there for Prime One.
I do like how you said like it's the grail for right now. It's always next day, next week, next month, the next grail, and it's just like when
Hey,
I don't know
casual.
if grail should be the word.
After the show,
I like it.
after the show, there's always something new that's revealed.
Yeah, during our shows or during like stuff like this, like right after, like we always get bombarded with more stuff coming out. We're like, oh, we just got everything today. Like, what's going on? But yeah, man,
But that's the
it's nice
fun
to
part,
hear.
man. That's why we do it, right? That's why we do it.
Yeah, man. So obviously you're partner with Prime One, but outside of Prime One, or it doesn't even have to be anyone big like Sideshow, Queen, XM, et cetera, but is there like who exactly would you say you kind of go to for your figures? Because you guys had I think your most recent video, if I'm not mistaken, was the Diamond Select Doctor Doom, and Doctor Doom is my favorite character, as you guys can see from the logo. Are you like for somebody like myself who's never bought a Diamond Select, do you like highly recommend them? Or because I want that Doctor Doom, but I don't know, you know what I mean?
Listen, so this is the thing, and it's funny because that question I got a lot, especially after the Doom episode, right? So listen, I never came from money, right? That wasn't like my thing. So when I saw these statues, it was more like a dream to me. Now I got big boy money, and we make payments and stuff, or I got these collaborations. But that particular statue right there, and I could compare it with other companies, and I don't want to say who because I might get in trouble, but the quality of that bust right there compared to quality of one of the bigger name companies is just you can never tell. If I showed you that bust, and let's say you didn't know it was for Diamond Select, that particular one, you're going to be like, there's no way that's from Diamond Select. Now, you got to keep in mind, Diamond Select is a smaller company. They are more of a company that is best bang for your buck, right? So you got XM Studios, you got Sideshow, Prime One Studios. Everything hits over $1,000 nowadays for those statues. Now, keep in mind the quality, everything that goes into that statue. There's really no comparing. But for the price that you pay on the Diamond Select ones, and the size editions or the sizes of the statues that you get, they're good filler pieces, right, for your collection. So, obviously these big statues, right, you need room for them, and then you got little spaces in between. Those are great for them. They're great gifts. And listen, they're stepping up their game with their quality. And that Legends in 3D Doom, I'm telling you, man, if you're a Doom fan, just get it. And if you don't like it, I'll freaking send you a check for it. I'm telling you right now, it's that good. I'm telling you, brother. And I love Doom. Obviously, I'm not like crazy hit like I am for Wolverine, but that particular bust just looks amazing, man. It's not that expensive. It does have an edition size on it, so anything that has an edition size goes up in value. I can get you a discount on it. So yeah, let me know. It's not a big one, but it's still good.
But what's crazy though, like. You kind of right, because let's just say I'll just say Iron Studios, or heck, what I'm saying, for example, if it had the Iron Studios name just out of buying from them, previously, like 1/10 X-Men or whatever, you'd be like, you know what, screw it, I'm saying, I'll give it a try, so whatever. But like, I don't know, like I see a lot of people get Diamond Select, so for me it's kind of like, I think I'm gonna go for it. I think I am, man.
You should, and I promise you won't be disappointed, especially with that piece. Now, keep in mind too, there's different Diamond Select,
and that's what's confusing.
Series, right? So just like Kotobukiya has their fine art statues, and then they have their artifact statues, which are less expensive, but they're PVC. They're not made out of resin or statue. So same thing with Diamond Select. They have the gallery series that you see at like GameStop and all that, which are not that expensive, but they're more PVC. This one right here, give me 1 second. This one right here is made out of resin and yeah, it's definitely worth it. Like I said, it's not that expensive.
What's good, Dennis?
And yeah, you'll like it.
Cool, man. Cool. Yeah, it looks like we got Dennis in the house. Shout out Dennis. We also have a Collector Zone in the house, man. Hey, shout out you. I will be doing the unboxing of that. Dang, what the hell I get from you? Nightcrawler and Blob. I think, Blob. Man, hey, it's crazy because I got 10 boxes that came to my house all in one day. So I forgot I got 10 unboxings to do, man. Crazy,
Early
man.
Christmas.
It was all the pre-orders that I had paid off last year for the X-Men, and then I'm like, you know what, let me go ahead and let me support collecting weekly, you know, since they're always you know, supporting Collector Zone. So I'm like, let me support them too. So any way I could support, you know, my fellow brothers in the hobby and YouTubers, I definitely don't mind, man. So Casual and Miguel, I have a question for you both, all right? So as you guys know, Eternals is the newest I guess movie that we will be talking about shortly. Are you guys looking forward to that movie? And do you like the new wave of the MCU? Because obviously everything led up to Thanos. I'm under the impression that everything is going to lead up to Galactus. I could be wrong. That's just what I'm thinking. I mean, what else is going to top Thanos but Galactus? So what are both of you guys' thoughts?
I think everyone's going to consider this one boring just because it's the first, movie of the new series. But
Yeah.
I think it's going to be one of, like Iron Man was, to all the old Marvel movies. It's going to be how it all started. So I think it might be boring, but I think it's going to be like the starter to all this new stuff. I think it's going to be great. I'm liking all the actors. I'm liking the idea, and I'm also like, we're in that period where the graphics are awesome. So like even the trailer was cool. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I agree myself.
For me, so it's gonna be one of those things for me, like it was with Guardians of the Galaxy, right? So Iron Man, obviously everybody knew who Iron Man was or is without being such a comic book fan. But when Guardians of the Galaxy came out, people were like, well, who are these guys? Nobody knows who. It's a raccoon, right? It's a tree. Like, who is this, right? And then all of a sudden it was like everybody loved Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Yep. This is going to be the same thing. Eternals is not a super popular story or comic book line outside of the people who are really into comics. So they don't know what to expect. They just know it's a Marvel movie. And I think it's going to be good. I'm not a huge fan of the series of that, but I know what it is. And I do think, Cash, like you said, it's going to lead to bigger things. I'm hoping Galactus, but this could be anywhere, with everything happening with the Doctor Strange and Spiderman and all this other stuff going on. It could lead to a Secret Wars, right? It could lead to, the Secret Invasion. It could lead to, the Watcher. It could lead to a bunch of things. Because you got to remember, too, Marvel also incorporates all the cartoons, even though they're not part of the movies. It's going to lead into something like that. I'm really hoping for Galactus. I think it is going to be Galactus, especially after the spoilers of the Fantastic Four in the background of certain movies, which was pretty cool. And I hope it just doesn't look like the Galactus from the original Fantastic Four movies. It was horrible. But yeah, I'm hoping for somebody big. Obviously, they just casted Adam Warlock. He's going to be a big piece to the puzzle. I'm just excited, man. I have a friend who works for Marvel and does work on the movies. He was on the show as well. And what they're doing in there is incredible. And I haven't really seen a Marvel movie in a long time that I didn't like. I always liked them, but yeah, man, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm looking forward to it, and it's crazy because I recently went back and watched all 13 of the X-Men movies, and then I went back and watched all of the MCU movies, starting with in order or whatnot. And it's crazy. Like when you really watch them, you're like, oh wait, that happened. Like that Tesseract is for that. Like I get it now. And it's like it's all those things you missed out on before, and coming to watch them now, it pieces everything together. Even the ending scenes piece something else together. But I think you're right, because I didn't know who Groot was. Never had heard of the character. I can't even think of his name, but I didn't know who Batista's character was either.
Drax.
Yeah, Drax.
Yeah.
Hey, I know
funny,
Batista.
In the comic books, he's actually the guy who kills Thanos in the comic books. But yeah, Edwin said Kang. So Loki series, you guys watching the hype to Kang? That's another big guy that could be involved in everything else, which I think he is too. But the way Marvel works, man, everything leads to that really, really big character. And I think at the end of that run, we're gonna get surprised with Kang. We're gonna get surprised with, other people. I want to see Doctor Doom. I definitely want to see Doctor Doom. But I think it's all gonna lead to Galactus, and I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
You know what's funny? It's like people are saying well, you guys are saying Galactus. Galactus leads to Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer leads to Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four leads to Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom leads to, like, it just keeps going. Such a big universe. It's like another 10 more years.
Keep it going.
That's like, man, it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, I think so, man. I really do. I'm excited, dude. I'm really excited. I recently went back and watched the Fantastic Four, and I didn't think they were bad for the for like their time frame.
Michael B. Jordan.
I watched that one as well. That one, that one wasn't bad, just because I'm really into the Fantastic Four. But the original ones with freaking Jessica Alba was pretty good. I thought so. Obviously we got Cap playing Human Torch.
Yeah, but I liked him as Human Torch.
Yeah,
he did a really good job as Human Torch. The Thing was really good too. Good
Collector's on. Yeah, like it. I mean, okay. Let me ask you both this: is there any character that, like, you guys feel should get some screen time? Not necessarily like his or her own movie, but just some screen time, like Morbius, for example, which I think they're making the Morbius movie, if I'm not mistaken. But so maybe that was a bad example, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and it's not you, but yeah.
Casual, I'll let you answer this one first.
So someone that should get more screen time, as far as like characters that haven't been in the movies yet.
Yeah, A-list or B-list.
Yeah. Out of the Marvel series, I really do want to see more of Fantastic Four. I like their whole duo. I mean, I know it's coming, but I hope to see more of them. The Thing, Invisible, and everything.
Why do you think it was such a gap? Because those movies were 2007. Like that's a gap. You know what I mean?
It's the whole Fox thing. They Marvel couldn't touch it. Yeah.
Oh, like licenses or
yeah.
Yeah, like Fantastic Four, Spiderman. I think Hulk belonged to
the X-Men.
Yeah, the X-Men. Yeah, the X-Men's a big one.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, but even X-Men, more X-Men would be pretty cool to have coming up. That's a whole different thing too. But still, for me, Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. Okay.
That's a loaded question. I do want to see the Fantastic Four. For me, I wanted to see Hugh Jackman somewhere in with the whole Marvel Universe Avengers type thing. Even if he came in for a little bit or something, or if he had a fight with the Hulk, that would have been insane, right? Something like that. Anything, right? For me, somebody who hasn't been, Moon Knight is a big one that people talk about. I know he's a little weird, but that's kind of cool. I know Keanu Reeves was in the picture for Moon Knight, and I thought that would have been really cool. Trying to think who else. I would love to see another Spawn movie. The original I really liked, but man, can we get another Spawn, right? That'll be really cool, especially now with all the graphics and everything that's updated now. And I want to see some more bad guys. Deadpool's doing their thing. They brought the Juggernaut out and they did him justice, right? I want to see Omega Red. I want to see all these villains that you loved in the cartoon series or in the comics. That's who I want to see, some villains, more villains. But I would like to see another Spawn movie. Yeah, man. Spiderman has a bunch of people too. I mean, it's just a list could go on.
A really quick question. Do you think it should be movies, or should it be like they're doing with Loki and like WandaVision? Should it be TV series? Drag it out to tell the story a little bit longer?
It depends on the character, right? It depends, like Cash was saying, A-lister, B-lister, C-lister. Really, it depends on who the character is going to be. So it's funny because, What If came out, right? The What If cartoon series, and it's really cool, but it wasn't the What If that I was expecting, from the comic books. They kind of did it based off the Marvel universe now, which is fine because it's all going to lead up to other things. But the what if comic book series that I know. It's like, what if Wolverine became Lord of the Vampires and he killed Blade and he's a vampire now? That's what I wanted to see, stuff like that. But I think it all depends on who the character is, how popular he is. But either way, I'm not really going to be upset about, they just did the 10 Rings and he's not a super popular guy. And I haven't seen that movie yet, but I heard great things about it, especially with the fighting scenes and all that. And it had a character that they did justice to that was horrible and Incredible Hawk. So I'm excited to see. That's the only one I haven't seen. But yeah, man, even like Cash said, even if it's for a little bit, if they pop up like just they did with Deadpool and Juggernaut, they pop up for a little bit, do their thing and go out. I'm fine with that, man. At least we got to see him. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true, man. I know they did like even in one of the Deadpool movies, I think Blob was in there. They had Blob in there.
It was Wolverine. Wolverine had Blob in it.
Yeah. When they were exactly in the boxing. Yep. Yeah. So I mean, there's a couple instances where it does happen. Not as much. I do agree. Hugh Jackman, I think, is the perfect Wolverine. And even as actors get older and stuff, I do feel like they can still use them. For example, old man Wolverine. So like we still got some Wolverine usage there. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's a perfect one, man. Like I don't want to see him change. I don't want to see them change it. And I know it's gonna happen, but like it's just like with Deadpool, man. That's his personality, and like his personality is perfect for the role. You know what I mean? So like, it's even with like Blade. I can't see nobody besides Wesley being Blade.
Nice. But I know no. I'm a challenge that, right? I said the same thing, but the guy who played Spawn would make a great. He's a great mixed martial artist. Michael J. White.
Yep.
He would be a great Blade, I believe, too. And even the guy they got now, the guy from
Luke Cage,
yeah,
Muhammad something.
Yeah, he's a great actor. So
yeah,
I think they'll do a good job, but they do have big shoes to fill because I felt the same way, man. Seeing Wesley Snipes as Blade, that's pretty cool.
Okay. So a question for you both. And I know Casual, you've recently got some pieces in that I see there. And for you, Miguel, what new statues have you guys just had come in, or what payoffs are about to be coming in?
Go ahead, Casual.
Well, I just got Iron Man come in recently. Can never point to the right one. Iron Man came in recently, and Bane.
Dude, it's like no matter how hard we try to point,
yeah, I'm always literally like
freaking Venom White, man.
Yeah, those are the two I got that came in, and I really like them. It's the classic Iron Man, but still,
yeah,
that
Bane
good,
man.
Sick. That Bane is sick. I like the Bane too. Are you a big Iron Man fan?
Yeah. So I like this is the Mach 3. The Mach 3 is probably my favorite one. It's like really like it's not as superior as the Mach 7 or anything like that, but it's definitely
the superior Mach 7.
Nah.
Hey, so with that Vision, that's a fabric cape, right?
Oh yeah. I got him on a little pedestal thing, but like this is the classic version. This is the OG one.
Did you have any problem with the sculpted cape on that versus the Thor, since the Thor is a newer Daniel Bell piece? Like, because the materials that they're using for the capes are a little bit better now.
Mm-hmm. So this one, the Vision, is like you were saying, like it's the strand or the little steel part they put around the cape is a little bit easier to like move around, but it's not as dynamic as the Thor one. They're like, you can only create so many angles with this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of, I would say the newer versions, like I guess like everyone would say it's superior.
Yeah, gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, I love them because the colors, like that, they pop for me. So the yellow and
so Casual, do you like the mixed media, or do you like a sculpted cape better?
I don't know, because like the one I always think about is the Prime one Superman Hush, and that sculpted one always gets me. Like that's the question like that always comes up. Do I prefer that one? But like I don't mind, to be honest. Both of them like they have its own taste. Like how about
I
you?
want the
Which one?
fabric for that one.
You want the fabric for that one? The sculpted
For
one.
Superman.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
don't know
it's-
this. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I don't know if it's because it's like more rare to find the sculpted one than it is the fabric one. I think that attracts me a little bit more, but I would be happy with either or.
Cash, why do you like the fabric one?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm not really a big fan of fabric capes, but just specifically for Superman, like that's a big boy right there. You know what I mean? So like, I'm just kind of thinking about like the statue next to it. You know, I don't know. Like that cape is, man, that's a nice statue, dude. I wouldn't even care, man. I take that back. I wouldn't even care, dude. That's a nice
Yeah, me too.
statue.
Me too. Me too.
I mean, I could see because you know he actually the like the real Superman, right? It's a cape, right? So you're mimicking a cape with the fabric. But I have seen some sculpted capes that just look amazing. This Batman Hush cape, from everything I saw, looks insane, right? Because it's
Yeah.
sculpted. And I have a Batman versus Spawn statue, and that's also sculpted, and it looks pretty cool. But yeah, that's a hard choice. I mean, I don't think I care either. I don't have a
Yeah.
preference, but they're both neat. I guess it depends on the statue, I guess, right?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like if somebody was like, "Hey, you can get an awesome deal on Superman Hush," I'm not gonna be like, "Ooh, is it sculpted?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. For me, what I have coming in, so obviously the Batman Hush Batcave edition. That's gonna be our next episode that's coming out. And I have the Iron Hawkbuster versus the Incredible Hulk. That should be
Okay.
coming. It got pushed back. And then I'm gonna have an episode when Spider-Man comes out. Diamond Select again. It's gonna be Hobgoblin versus Green Goblin. So I have two statues to open up from their premiere series. And we're gonna put them in a versus battle to see what statue everybody else likes or who they think would win in a matchup between Hobgoblin, Green Goblin. So that's two other ones. I had them already. I just haven't done the episode for them. And I'm trying to think what else. I think I have something else coming in, but right now, those are the ones that I'm gonna be having soon or before the year ends.
Cool. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Hobgoblin is definitely an interesting character. I mean, you got Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, Demi Goblin. I mean, it's yeah, you know, I like that whole thing. And correct me if I'm wrong, like comic wise, doesn't it have to do with like Ghost Rider coming in there somewhere? Like
For the goblins,
yeah, or something like
well,
that.
there's a third and a fourth goblin. There's a demon goblin,
Mhm.
and then there's a goblin that's like Carnage is on it, like the symbiote.
What?
Yeah,
All
dude.
right.
So it gets really crazy after that. But somebody said, what is it, Archangel? The fabric cape on Superman, you could change it up to look like any cover. The sculpt one takes up more space. What you see is what you get. That's true. That's a very valid point there. Yeah.
Hey, Miguel, really quick question. Do you know Archangel by chance?
Is it Arcángel the reggaeton, the rapper?
Arcangel? No, it's not
No.
him. But just a good, yeah, heads up, man. Just a heads up.
Just a heads up.
Yeah.
No, I don't know who he is. I mean, I might. I don't know. I get so many people that hit us up. I'm not too sure.
What are you doing? Well, never mind. I'm gonna ask the question, Arch. Never mind. I was gonna ask the question.
He's just a big part of the community. He's a great guy.
Is he?
Yeah,
he's a-
shout out
Alright, cool.
Arch, man.
Cool.
Really cool dude, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Here I'm gonna I was about to ask. I can't even ask.
Don't ask.
I'm not. I'm gonna bring up some pictures here really quick, guys. Let's see. Oop. So this is the one of the pictures, a couple pictures that that Miguel shared here with us. My question for this picture here, is this like a giveaway you guys are doing, or like a toy drive, or just some stuff you
No,
guys are
so
collecting?
part of our mission for Toy Quest 101, aside from obviously entertaining everybody with pop culture reviews and our celebrity guests that come on, we do a
Mhm.
lot of community involvement, charity work, anything like that, volunteerism. So during the pandemic, obviously a lot of things were going south, right?
Yeah.
And in the community, we have a lot of families that didn't really get to have the best Christmas, right? We went to the Boys and Girls Club, all of them around here. We went to underprivileged families in the schools that had like a little private event. And I partnered up with my current employer at the time, and we donated about 170 toys to just kids in the community all around South Jersey.
Oh, that's
And we pretty
cool.
much made their
That's
day. So
awesome,
there was a
man.
ton
Yeah.
of toys for boys and girls. And we're constantly doing stuff like that. Like I said, we do a lot of giveaways too. And a lot of the statues that come in as well. It's funny because people ask me, well, what do you do with the statues that the companies give you? Well, some we keep, obviously. Some we donate. And then others we do giveaways and stuff for. But in this particular picture, it's just a bunch of toys that we got to distribute around the community, and it was just it's a good thing to do, man. It's a good thing to do.
It's awesome.
Yeah. That's definitely awesome. Yeah, that's awesome, especially as during that time too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome, dude. Awesome. If you don't mind, if you can, I'm not sure if maybe you were able to interact with obviously with everything that was going on, but how did the kids react to that? Because I can only imagine just thankful and smiling. You know how kids are, man.
Yeah, you know what's funny, man? I'm always surprised when people know who we are, because I'm still in the mindset that I'm just I'm just a random dude.
Just a guy in the
sometimes.
basement.
Yeah, basically, right? So
Yeah.
not only were they were more excited that these YouTubers came in that some of them have seen, some of them have done. Like the fact that we were just YouTubers, they were more excited about that. But when they started opening up the toys, their parents and stuff, I mean, it's just a crazy feeling to give somebody the hope to smile again, right? After going
Yeah.
through so many trials and tribulations and things like that. But it was fun, man. It was fun to see that these kids knew who we were. It was fun to see smiles on their faces because they got a bunch of toys. And I'm the type of person, which is crazy. I'm over here giving one. It's supposed to be giving one toy per person, man. I started giving like 3 toys per person. Like I just started going nuts. And just the kids loved it, man. And it's a good feeling. It's a good moment, father-daughter moment, to teach her things and how to get involved in the community at a young age and being
Oh yeah.
positive and stuff, especially after so much things going on in the world. But yeah, man, it's just a really good feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I gotta say, when
definitely.
you do those type of things, like you can't buy that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
like
no.
their faces. I mean, like you're buying the stuff for them or they're getting it as gifts, but like it's their appreciation, their like happiness is like you can't put a price on that.
Yeah,
It's
for
really cool.
sure.
It's a really nice thing.
Yeah, thank you, man. And one of the things I always say, because a lot of people are like, man, you're one of the biggest review channels out there. You collaborate with all these people. You have so many views and so many subscribers. But at the end of the day, man, that's all cool. But when we started the show, even if I had one person that I put a smile on their face all the way across the world or something, that's all that mattered to me. And it still to this day does. I mean, I love the fans. I love our views. I love all that stuff. It's cool to have, but man, even if it's just one person out of all those, like that's all that matters. So it's really good feeling.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Let's see. 1 second. Oh crap. Dang, where did it go? Okay, there we go.
Oh
My
yeah, I
bad.
like that background, man. That's
Ah,
awesome.
well, you know what? Let's see if I could swing something here real quick. Let's see what I can do here. So don't mind me. Cash, you want to put my camera on real quick? See if you could see this. I have a laptop, so I'm seeing if.
Oh no,
there
you're
you go.
good.
All right.
Let's see.
So this is the picture of what you guys saw, but this is for you, Casual. So the funny thing is, I'm not a huge. Let me get my face out the way. I'm not a big Iron Man fan, but for some reason, I started getting these Iron Man figures.
I'm not a huge Iron Man fan.
Yeah, and I said, let me try to get all their like suits and stuff. So a lot of these are Bowen. Some of these are sideshow pieces.
Oh man.
But you can see here the Hulkbuster, all that stuff. Oh, hold on, I'm tied up here with my cables. Sorry. But that's pretty much Sideshow sent me that. The Neon War Machine from Hot Toys, that thing's insane. This is an old school Sideshow piece right there. The stealth suit, the blue one. But yeah, we got a lot of different Iron Man basically suits, right? Like the Hall of Armor is pretty much going on up here on top of the fireplace. And then the background, casual, is basically it's like a big banner / poster, and it just has the origin kind of all the way up to the different suits and stuff. You got Nick Fury in there, the Iron Patriot when he was an Avenger. You kind of got all that going on in this. So it's kind of just a cool way to display the story of Iron Man in the back, and then kind of all his basically Hall of Armor.
Yep.
That's what I got going on there.
Man, that'd be
Yeah. So Iron Man isn't your favorite, you say?
No, he's not. It's funny because like we would go to the Comic-Cons, right? And listen, my girl's amazing, right? She's we'll go to the Comic-Cons and you have your vendors there and stuff. And she'll see me looking at some. She's like, "What are you looking at? You don't even like Iron Man." I know. And then she'll go over there and sweet talk the dude, getting a super great deal in a Bowen statue, and like it was just the greatest thing in the world. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Iron Man at all. But I was able to acquire these guys, and you know, a lot of them are Bowen. Some of the older line of statues back in the day before, you know, XM and all them popped up. But yeah, man, it's really cool. With Hot Toys, somebody mentioned something about Hot Toys, man. Hot Toys does an amazing job with their 6-scale figures, man. They're like, they have all these articulation points, and you know, that Neon War Machine I did an episode on, and you know, we all three of us could have that same figure, and they're all gonna look different in our collection because we get to pose them as we, you know, like.
Yeah.
So
Cool
thing
man.
to have. Yeah, man.
It's amazing.
Where that's coming down the stairs, is that's Superman, right?
Yeah, so that's actually a like a wall decal of Superman, and then you got Yoda on the bottom. Going up the stairs, the staircase has like a bunch of comic book strips on the panel, so it looks crazy. It looks really nice.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
especially on the bottom. I see that.
Oh yeah. Then on the you see one on the bottom. Yeah. It goes all the way up, and then to the right of Superman is an Alex Ross poster of the original X-Men, like before the Thing was like furry and stuff, fighting Magneto. And then we got some little random pieces on that table. And then that guitar right there, the Thor guitar. Let me see if I could snatch it up real quick. It's kind of right behind me. I'm not a musician. I know Cash, you're into music. My uncle's a huge musician. So he got me this Thor guitar, which I never even knew they did stuff like that. And if
that's cool, man.
If you see
that's cool.
See this right here?
Stan Lee.
That, my friend, is Stan Lee. So not only do we got a Pevy guitar here, Thor, which is dusty, but it's autographed by my man Stan Lee. I also took it to him so he could sign it.
That same day?
No, dude, I couldn't. It was, I couldn't. I saw him actually a couple times.
Like Miguel's the only dude in the con just walking around with stuff.
Yeah, but I'm the only dude in the con walking around with random weird stuff.
Oh,
like
man.
I'm walking around with a guitar, a plate, you know. But yeah, man, that was a gift from my uncle, and it's really unexpected. And you know, he put his flavor to it because he's a huge musician. He loves music, so he kind of gave me a guitar, and he had Thor on it. I was like, oh, it's super cool. I never knew they did stuff like that. And then on the back here, you see some of the statues that we unboxed in previous episodes. You see the Carnage premiere statue on the top. That's from Diamond Select. We did that when the Venom movie came out. Another one of those statues that are not that expensive. I think somebody in the chats that has a comic book store says they sell them at their store, and they're really cool. They're obviously edition size too, and they're really neat. On the bottom of it, I'm trying to see what we got. We got the Kotobukiya Venom and Spiderman. If you want to switch the camera, I'm right here. I could actually try to get a little close up for you if you want.
Yeah, and do you recommend Kotobukiya, by the way?
Yeah, that's another one of our partners. Same thing with kind of Diamond Select. They have a bunch of different series. Let me see if you can see that at all.
That's that Carnage looks cool. Yeah,
Carnage looks cool. That's a Kotobukiya Silk that we did an episode against Captain Marvel on. This is the Spider-Man and Venom Kotobukiya Risen statue. It's an old one actually. Looks a little different there. And then down here you're gonna see Cable with Hope in the middle. Can you guys see that or no?
Yeah.
A little bit. Yep. And that's actually signed by Rob Liefeld, who's one of the artists and creators of Cable. And then on the bottom, this is the Captain America that we did an episode on a long time ago. And we had my friend from Marvel on the show, and that's when the Avengers movie came out. But yeah, that's that right there. And then on the top, this is what the kids freak out about. It's our little YouTube award up there.
Dude, let me ask you about the YouTube award. And I'm only asking this based off of like different streamers that I watch. Like, there's a guy who does mostly like PlayStation stuff, and this is when the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One were just coming out years back, and at that time he had 25K subscribers. Years later, finally gets up to 100K, and I noticed his channel had actually kind of got to like maybe like 115 or whatever before he gets the plaque. Does the plaques normally take a while to come? And do you get any sort of like I guess input as to what it says, or just says like your name?
Yeah, so the way it works is after you hit 100,000 subscribers, you automatically qualify to win the Silver Play Button Award, which pretty much solidifies you in the YouTube world, because that's the first milestone. In there, you'll get like a message in your YouTube studio, which is kind of like where you put all your stuff, and it'll say validate and then you would put your name. So we put ToyQuest101. I wasn't going to put my name, just put ToyQuest101. It's engraved on there. And then it also gives you the option to purchase another one if you wanted to give it, to somebody who's maybe a part of the show or something like that. Now, the cool thing about this is you can't resell these or anything like that. You get in huge trouble for that. So this actually is like unique to your channel or yourself. And like I said, it's just that first milestone. Well, right when you hit 100, that goes on there. Now it might take time. For me, so it's funny for me. It's supposed to take a week or two, and somehow it happened for like a month, and then I had to go ahead and Cash already got a spot on his wall for the plaque. Let's go. Hey man, hey, you could get there, man. I'm telling you, man, it's a great feeling. Yeah, keep that space open, Cash, because I see good things in your future, my man. I definitely do. I love the show.
I appreciate it, man. I don't even want to treat it like a statue. Like I'm just, how it is with statues. Let me clear off that space.
Dude, you know what's funny? So like when I first got it, all my boys would come to the house and like they wouldn't even say hi. Like, yo, where's your YouTube? Where's your YouTube plaque? And they would like want to touch it and stuff. I was like, dude, it's just a plaque. But it's for everybody. When we first got it, literally my mom, everybody who would come over would just be like, where is it? Because they want to.
But you know what though, man? Like nobody thinks like, hey, when I start this, I'm gonna get 100K or plus, or even the people who are lucky enough to have 1 million. It's like who thinks that? You know what I'm saying? Not that it's not possible, but who thinks that?
It's definitely possible. And listen, and this is all honestly, I never in my life thought that we were gonna blow up like this, or even get a YouTube award. Like I would have never thought that would have been one of my accomplishments, right? For
you
my
got an
daughter to
award.
have one at her age too, that's pretty big. It's a great feeling. Like I said, it kind of solidifies you in the YouTube world. Like when Gent Mint, for you guys who like statue reviews, another good guy. We helped him get over that 100,000 mark. I put him on our show to try to get him more viewers and subscribers. In the next couple of days, he hit it and he got his YouTube award. So it's possible, man. Chris is on his way there, the Batman statue collector. Cash, I'm telling you, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Keep this up. But it's a good feeling to have, man. It's kind of like one of those things where, man, all this hard work kind of paid off, type of thing. So, but yeah, it's just funny, man. Everybody wants to come and touch it.
Yeah, and it's cool having those channels that you do see grow, because I like watching Jim Min a lot, especially for like the Spider-Man reviews that he does for the Spider-Man rogues, and obviously Chris channel more Batman centric, but you get good reviews from those two, and I like watching people that definitely seem pretty genuine, like they really love the hobby and the characters and stuff like that. So that's definitely pretty cool.
Yeah, man. And those guys, in your last episode when Dennis was on it, he said it very well. He's like, look, the statue community is unique because everybody they're great people. Everybody kind of has the same goals, even though we might get there a little differently. We have our own kind of style. Like you said, Chris does more Batman and DC. Listen, even on the shows, I had him on a show twice, right? To kind of help him out and stuff. And I tell people, like, look, I know a lot of people ask me, like, who do I watch? I watch Chris. If I to be honest with you, it's his fault. I got this Batman hush. It's his fault. I'm blaming him for it. Chris, if you're watching this, Chris, I'm gonna snip a clip of this and I'm blaming you for making me spend that money on that Batman hush. And Chris is a great guy, man. Very school teacher, good dude, positive all the time. He's really cool. Jem Min had him on the show, really cool. Sick Mansion Collectibles is another guy I watch.
Yep, shout out Sick.
I'm trying to see. There's a couple of them, but I don't always stay, on those guys either. Like I'll just go and watch other people who just started, or to see what they're doing, and I try to get back, be on their shows if they ask me to and stuff. But yeah, man, I remember my roots. I remember how I first started, and I try to support as much as I can as well. So
yeah, cool, man. Cool. Definitely. Let me see here. Get back to here.
Yeah, I think that's like a big part about the whole thing is the statue community, or the whole community by itself. Like you're joining all these Facebook groups, you're joining all these other Instagram stuff, and it's all about statues, but it's more than that now. It's like you're becoming friends with like a lot of people remotely. It's interesting. For me, it's like really interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, it's definitely interesting.
There's that flex right there.
Yeah, hey, I love this setup, man. That Doom, then you got the Batman. Yeah. I love this setup.
I don't even remember why I took this picture. I took it for something. I couldn't remember what it was. Oh, this is when we got like 130K. I was trying to we had balloons and stuff. Like my daughter wanted balloons. And I was trying to set up a background or something for it. And I was just trying to figure out how we were going to do it. But I thought the picture was cool. So you kind of got everybody that, for the most part, partners up with us. You got XM Studios all the way to the left. You got the Spider-Gwen. They were nice to send us that during Autism Awareness Month, and she's a beauty, man. The details on that statue, and she's kind of plain, which is weird because I love very detailed or crazy statues that a bunch of stuff is going on. But I think it did her justice, and she has different portraits and stuff. So you got the Doom that Cash is gonna buy right after this episode because he's not gonna regret it, especially for the price. And then to the right of Doom, you're going to see the Prime One Studio Batman Returns bust with swappable portraits as well. That thing is pretty big for a bust, and it's heavy. And then you got Baby Yoda. Which it's funny because a lot of people are like, well, why'd you get Baby Yoda? It doesn't even have an edition size. Everybody has it. I was like, man, the price for it, And the way it looks is just really unique. I like it. So
Yeah, definitely, man. Let me see here. So this one right here. Now Dennis actually has the same piece, the Wolverine Hawk. Tell me a little bit about this piece right here. And is this one of your favorite pieces in your collection?
yeah, so so this is where my story of Stan Lee is gonna pop up. So obviously I'm a huge Wolverine fan. Archangel, I answer your questions in a second. I'm a huge Wolverine fan. So that particular statue right there. So first off, I love dioramas, right? Because it's
Yeah.
kind of like a battle or two people in one statue, right? I think that's, for me, that's the best bang for your buck. But that right there is basically the first, Hawk 181 is when Wolverine showed up in the comic book world, and that right there is that epic battle that I want to see in the movies. That is one of my favorite things in the comic books. But hands down, that's my favorite statue in my collection. I think it's one of the best statues that was made, especially with that going on. That Hulk Buster and Incredible Hulk that's coming, the same artist who did this sculpt, did that sculpt. I forgot his name. In the back, and this is where my story with Stan Lee goes. That's actually Hawk 181. It's CGC. That's when I first met Stan Lee. He signed it. Herb Trimpe signed it, and everybody else who was involved in that comic book, who most of them are no longer with us, unfortunately, signed that. It's CGC and everything. I think it's a 4.5 or something like that. But because I have all those autographs and stuff, and it's CGC, it's worth quite a bit.
Yeah. Cool.
But I absolutely love Wolverine. That's kind of my like shrine of Wolverine over there. I also got the Juggernaut versus Wolverine. That's another cool one. It's on the other side. But yeah, man, love it.
Cool. That's what's up, man. So I thought this was a pretty cool picture myself, man.
Listen, I know you're into music, and this was such one of the coolest experiences ever. So for all those who don't know, DMC, this is Daryl Mcdaniels. He actually is not only one of the most legendary rap artists in the rap groups of all time, right? But he's actually does comic books too. He has a big, he has his own comic book. I got in touch with him, and he's really cool from a mutual friend. At the time, we had celebrities kind of challenging each other to be on our show, which was crazy. And he's like, look, I'm gonna be at Comic-Con. Let's do it there. We set up a private room, and we unboxed. I swear, we unboxed Batman blind boxes. We didn't even do a statue; it was just blind boxes. And man, just the things that he talked about. He talked about suicide awareness when he was depressed and stuff. He talked about his book. He talked about what happened when the group kind of split, and the death in the group and all that stuff. And it was real powerful messages that he had. But one of the coolest things is, and you could see this on my Toy Quest, I actually cut and separated the video. I asked them, if the fate of the universe was at stake and you had to challenge, a villain, who would it be and why? My man just started spitting off the top of his head bars on how he was going to kill Thanos. And that thing has over 20-something thousand views on my YouTube channel. And I was just like, my daughter was cracking up, and I'm over here like goosebumps all over, because I'm like, holy crap, I got Daryl DMC McDaniels rapping next to me. And this was not like, everybody was like, was that staged? I was like, no, he just started doing it. So I started freaking out. And the people who know me know that I started getting nervous, because I was like, oh my God. And the thing is, the room started filling up with people behind the camera. And they were just like, I had a whole audience there. So now my daughter has autism. She's getting nervous, but she was killing it. She was all right. I think I was more nervous than she was. And I was just scared that and it was a long episode, because he kept talking, which was great. But yeah, we have a lot of celebrities come on the show, and check out his comic book. It's really cool. Obviously, if you don't know his music, you better go find out, because awesome music. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, believe it or not. But yeah, man, he's just an icon in general. So really good having him there. Positive message, talking about the things that he was talking about his comic book, his book, his music, all kinds of stuff. But he's good dude, man. If you get to see him at a Comic-Con, stop at his table. He's generally one of the nicest guys in the world. You're never gonna have a bad experience with him.
Hey, that's what's up, man. That's
Yeah,
what's
man.
up. Like I said, great picture, man.
Yeah,
Great
thanks.
picture.
Oh, I did send you a picture of that. All right. So
Yeah.
this is my the new edition. This is the laundry room, right? So that you see the Wolverine versus Juggernaut in the top. You see the newer Gambit from Sideshow on the right hand side, which again, I'm not a huge Gambit fan. I like Gambit, don't get me wrong.
I love that art print. Love the art print.
But that's an old school, that's an old poster from back in the day in the 90s and stuff. But yeah, man, that Gambit was just so well done that I was like, man, I gotta get it. And I saw it in person at a Comic-Con, I think it was, like when they pre-revealed it. The Thing from Fantastic Four is one of the old school, like I think that thing's like 10 years old, man, or more than that. One of their bigger pieces. Dude, you know what's funny? That Thing was like $400 or $500. And it still stands up to the statues now that are like over $1,000. It's just cool. That was my first ever statue. And I remember one of my boys who was older, one of his employees his wife worked with me in the store. I was working at Sprint, and every commission check I would be like, here towards the payment that he was doing for Sideshow. And I finally got it. And yeah, it's a good piece. And then the Batman in the middle, I just recently got that, but that Batman in the middle was basically what made me fall in love with statues. That Batman in the middle was the statue. Like when you were a little kid, remember that was that toy you really wanted, but it was really expensive and you knew you couldn't have it.
Casual talks about that all the time.
That was that statue for me. So
yeah,
when I was younger, man, I always wanted that statue. And then I would watch The Big Bang Theory, and it's in the back in the comic book store. And I'm like, man, that's the one that got away, right? The Great White Buffalo. And I found somebody who sold it, and I bought it, and I was scared. It was like a regular person in one of the groups. And man, that was just like, that's basically my childhood right there come to life. So I know it's not like one of the other great statues out there, but that to me has very special feelings with that Batman.
That's a grail for you.
And for me. And then that Guardians of the Galaxy thing, I did they finally talked me into doing cosplay, so I did Star-Lord. So that's actually like a legit cosplay thing, and it's like on a mannequin. But I
no blockbuster story for this one.
No, it's literally cosplay. No blockbuster for that. But they did talk me into. I never wanted to be. Not that I'd never wanted to be those people in cosplay over there. I just like, I knew that the minute I cosplayed, everybody was gonna stop me and take pictures, and it was gonna be hot. And that's exactly what happened. But I enjoyed it. But you won't catch me doing it a lot. But it was cool, man. Everybody, my whole family got dressed up and stuff, my friends, so it was pretty cool.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Yeah. Hey, it's all about having fun, bro. All about having fun.
Yeah.
Damn, those boxes are big.
Dude, luckily I know my UPS guy. He's been my UPS guy for years. And thank God I have somebody who I know, because I try to take care of him every Christmas, man, because he's hauling these boxes up my driveway, and I could see him huffing and puffing, and then he just kind of gently goes and just puts it down. Like he doesn't slam it or anything like that. And when I have my camera on my door camera, and I see him with the dolly bringing that in, and I'm like, and I knew it was more than one box, but the size of the boxes, the shipper boxes are way bigger than that. It's just, it looked like I was getting 2 dishwashers, I swear.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was just like, I felt so bad, man, but I was so happy, and I can't wait to unbox it. Like I opened it up to make sure, obviously, the content and stuff inside was okay. I cannot wait to, like, I was trying to refrain myself from taking all the stuff out, because I was just like, I saw one part and I was like, oh my God.
Oh, yep, that feeling, man.
That's gonna be my I can't wait to do that episode, and man, I can't wait. Next episode, guys, promise.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's crazy because like today the FedEx, most of mine come from UPS, but every now and then FedEx will get get one. and he's used to delivering so much stuff to the house to where like the next door neighbor had actually bought something, and he like his muscle memory just like went to my house, and he's like, "Oh yeah, next door."
That's so funny, man. Yeah, here I don't want FedEx touching my stuff. FedEx don't play nice over here where I'm at. My
Dude.
UPS guy's the guy. So
Yeah, our UPS guy actually he was an upperclassman when I was in high school. So like I know his brother.
nice.
So like he takes care of me, man. And every now and then on those hot days, man, I'll be like, here goes a soda or just something, man. I appreciate it, you know what I mean? Because I know this stuff is heavy.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Hey, here goes the picture, man.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, I'm not as photogenic as I used to be, but she wanted to do that whole balloon thing, and I thought it was a cool idea just to kind of celebrate. Yeah, we just took that picture with kind of representing all our partners and stuff, and it was a good time, especially for her. She told me she was gonna come down here to say hi to you guys, and I don't know why she's not down here. I hope she didn't fall asleep.
Oh, it's all good, man. No pressure.
Yeah, it's almost 11 o'clock. It's all good.
Yeah, that was a good feeling. And to answer Archangel question, he had asked earlier if because I partner up with certain companies, am I being truthful to the reviews? And one thing I do when I partnered up with these guys, I told them straight up, I might overhype them a little bit more sometimes. That I'll admit to. But if there's something I don't like in the statue, I'm going to call it as it is, because at the end of the day, I have my due diligence with my fans out there. So like even with the Doom statue, right? I absolutely love the Doom statue. I like the base of it because it almost looks like a chess piece, but it's kind of smaller, so it's top heavy. Is basically what I'm trying to say. I wish they made it a little bit bigger on the bottom. Like as you can see, the Batman bust has a huge base, so that's not going to topple over. But that's the only complaint I had there with that. The XM Studios one for me, it was just a plain. Like I know if they really wanted to, they could have made Spider-Gwen that whole statue do all kinds of different things, but they went with a plain look. Not my favorite, but I think it did justice to the piece. So yeah, I do make sure that I'm truthful to it, but there is times that I overhype them too, because you got to understand, I'm not paying for these statues. They're collaborating with me. They're sending me $1,000 pieces and stuff, and I got to make sure that I do my due diligence with them too. And if there's something that I really like about the statue, I'm gonna hype it up as well. So yeah, kind of mixed review with that.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Cool, man. So tell us about this picture here. Obviously is you guys, and I want to know because I've seen from the pictures, obviously you guys have on different merch and stuff like that. Let us know where we can where if people want to pick up some merch, where they can, and how does that process go as far as what shirt design or hoodie design you guys are looking to make at that time.
Yeah, so I appreciate that, man. So like I said before, man, I don't really get monetized like some of the other friends of ours that are in the statue review or toy review business on YouTube, just because of COPPA laws and kids and stuff. And I didn't really want to change the what our mission was for our channel just to get paid more or whatever it is what it is. So luckily, thank God for my partners and stuff. But we do, I mean, you guys know this isn't a cheap way of doing things, right? These statues are expensive, man.
Yeah,
it
even
breaks
the little
our
ones,
pockets, right? We got our girlfriends, our significant others who, don't always agree with your purchases, right? There's a bunch of things that go into play when making a purchase for something that you really like. Man, I want this, right? And a lot of times, and this is why I lean on other reviewers too. I can't necessarily, if another Superman Hush comes out and it's $2,500, like dude, the PCS Ronin statue, I wanted it until I saw the price, and I'm like, man, I can't swing that right now.
yeah.
And so we do have merch and stuff. So we do it with Teespring. I designed everything. So this particular picture is our old logo. This is when we first started. And then I had one of my friends design us here. I wanted an updated modern one, especially since we started getting bigger and we went over 100K and stuff like that. So the one I have on now is the updated logo. And right on our link on our bio of our Instagram or pretty much any social media platform that we have, you could go on there and get merch. We got hoodies, we got shirts, we got tank tops, we got cell phone cases, we got fanny packs, anything you could think of. Proceeds actually go back to the channel and or they go to charities that we do throughout the year. I design all the designs on Teespring and stuff. There's another way to support us, like we have just a link if you want to donate money, which sometimes people do. And to be honest with you guys, if you want to support the biggest way to support anybody, to support Cash, to support Casual, anybody who's on YouTube, is just follow them. If you follow them, that goes such a long way, right? Share their videos and stuff. That's really where I don't really care too much about the money, although it really helps us. But if you share our videos and get your friends on what we do and stuff, if you're gonna buy a statue, instead of just buying it directly, use one of our links, man. It doesn't hurt you, right? But it gives us kind of like a brownie point to say Sideshow, saying, hey, people are buying statues because ToyQuest101 is influencing them to really make that buying decision based off of the review they did. And that goes a really long way, especially for our channel, because like I said, we collaborate with them. I'm not purchasing these statues. They're kind of, helping us out with that. So a lot of ways to support us. Obviously follow us, go into the Facebook group. If you guys ever want to order something and you don't have a local comic book store, because I'm all about, if you have a local comic book store, support them, right? But if you're just shopping from home online, hit me up. I always answer everything. It might not be right away, but I answer it. I'll send you a link. It'll be a referral link or it'll be a coupon or something. And if you want to buy merch, it's all in our link tree. So if you go to ToyQuest101 on Instagram, Facebook, anything like that, you'll see it right in the bio of the video. But yeah, man, that's a great way to support, and obviously we appreciate anything. And like I said, goes back towards the cost of the show and charity events. So we have
definitely
a big charity event coming up. So
cool. And I've actually hit up Chris before, just saying, sometimes I don't remember, and I'll just because you're like in the like Casual says, you're in the hunt, so you don't remember all the time. But I'll hit him up and say like, hey, I'm getting this statue or whatever. Do you have a link or whatnot? And I've done that about 2-3 times just to he's a good guy, so I definitely don't mind.
Yeah, I have viewers who do that too. They're like, and I don't mind that. I have viewers that say, hey, I watch a couple of you guys, and I'm like, dude, one day go to them, one day go to me, however you want to do it. We're all in this together, and we just appreciate it. Without the fans and the viewers, it's just and it's funny too. Those links and stuff don't really get us a lot of money or anything. It gives us reward points, or it gives us kind of brownie points. And when we're talking reward points, like if you get $1,000 statue, it's like 5% of what that is, and that's not a lot, but it adds up. So the more people it adds up to us, and it'll give me a discount towards a statue to come back and review for you guys. So it's just a circle, right? So but man.
Hakuna Matata. No.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, trust me when I say this. When Sideshow has their like little rewards programs going on every so often, everyone's like killing for a $1 reward, $2 reward. They're like, did you get the code? Did you get the coupon?
Dude, I'm in there. I'll be in there doing that too. So,
dude.
So
I got $6 from their Spooktacular just from playing a Kahoot game. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's cool, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's a good thing. And when I do buy statues, if I like Dennis, for example, he's constantly getting statues from me, and I can't appreciate him more. I put him on that rewards thing. I'm like, dude, you could do this too. Like ours is more of like a commission, but there are rewards too. So I told him, when I'm gonna buy something, I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna tell you where to get it. And I did that for the hush. That hush was like $2,000. So he got like about 30 or 40 or $50. I can't remember what it was, just for sending me that link in reward points, which is like fake money, towards another purchase of his. So if I see people doing that, I'm gonna return the favor. You know, that I'm big on that. So
That's
yeah,
what's
man,
up.
it's pretty cool. So
That's what's up. And looks like we have a question from Arch. Says, what's your daughter's favorite statue so far in the collection?
so she is not answering. Let me see something. Hers. Oh, my boys are trying to get me to play Call of Duty right now. Which one does she like? She really enjoyed the XM Spider Gwen. I think because they really like made it about her. You know what I mean? So like when they send that in, it was about her. It wasn't about me. It was about her.
Yeah.
She likes Spider Gwen. She cosplayed as Spider Gwen. I guess they went and kind of did their research on her channel and they saw that. So she was really excited about that statue. And, you know, I don't really partner up with XM a lot just because of licensing purposes over here in the United States. But they do send me a couple things. And when they sent that one, that one really hit home for both of us. And I really appreciated them. And the thing is, they put it all over their socials too, which is always great for us. And she also has obviously a relationship with Sideshow. She loves Paul. She loves Autumn, Terry Smith. Those are like her favorite people. So when we watch those dollars,
hey, shout out Paul, man.
I love Paul, man.
I love Paul.
Paul, Autumn, and Terry's like my guy. I love Terry. He's cool, man. He's all these little how to be a poser and stuff. And that's another guy that I watch to kind of get influenced by or inspired by. But Paul, Autumn, you know, Terry, Illiana loves Paul. She thinks he's hilarious. And Autumn too. Autumn be cracking me up because she's wild, right?
Did you guys see the Batman Day thing that he did with the butler?
Who Paul?
Yeah, he had a butler. The butler's name was, I can't think of the guy on Sideshow, but the butler's name was like JB the Butler or something. And you know, Paul was basically like Bruce Wayne or something like that. It was pretty. It was a fun episode.
It wasn't Alex. It was the guy with the glasses. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot his name.
It was a really good one.
Yeah, dude. They listen. They crack me up. They do a lot of cool things there, man. And yeah, but for her, I think it was the XM Studios Spider-Gwen.
Cool. It looks like this is the other side of the man cave. So there's a better look at the Alex Ross.
Oh yeah. See Alex Ross. So you know, my walls are filled with prints and stuff. Let me show you something, because another one of our. So there's 3 artists that are really like, well, there's a couple, but I love Simon Bianchi. He's one of my favorite artists. I met him a couple times at a Comic-Con. He drew something for me and everything. Arthur Sudan, for those who don't know who he is, he's a huge friend of mine. And he basically saw my daughter grow up from going from all the Comic-Cons, and he actually would sit her behind his booth so she could draw zombies. So Arthur Sudan is the artist of the very famous Marvel Zombies line. His paintings and stuff is worth a lot of money. Wow. And he's a good friend of ours. And he sent me a canvas of the Batman from the Predator. I think it's Batman versus Predator, which I'll show you guys in a second. And he's just a good dude. But yeah, man, I have a lot of artwork on the walls and stuff. If you want to check it out, I could spin the camera around real quick. Let me see if I could.
Yeah, sure.
I'll show you. And excuse the mess, because I have some charity events coming up, so I have a lot of.
Oh, you're all good, man.
I don't know if you can see that. You see that a little bit?
Yeah, Stan Lee, and is that you?
That's me and Stan Lee.
That's young Toy Quest right there.
All right. So this is Simon Bianchi right here. I don't know if you can see it.
That's nice, man.
Really
man.
nice,
That's Black Panther and Spider-Man. Excuse my fish tank. That's not in my mess. But this is my Wolverine
Oh, there it is.
So remember
I was
the
gonna say.
Iron Man one. This is Wolverine. So this shows like X Factor. It shows Maverick, Sabretooth, him against the Hulk, Silver Samurai, Omega Red. Kind of shows everybody. This is kind of like my gaming wall. Got a
Cool.
PlayStation display and an old Sega Genesis
Dude,
display.
what the heck? Hey, look at that Joker, dude.
The Joker.
Coming out of the wall.
Oh, that's creepy, dude. That is creepy. What is that?
So, so this is actually a Halloween prop, and I got it, and I almost returned it because he just looks crazy.
Oh,
that's
supposed
crazy.
to go on the floor, like if he's coming out of the floor. But I put him on the wall. It's a
Oh no, that's
prop.
perfect, dude. That's perfect, bro.
It's not even a DC licensed one. His name is Joe. It's not even supposed to be the Joker, but it's obviously the Joker type of thing. And then this is the Batman canvas from Arthur Sudan.
wow.
Yeah,
That's nice, man. You got hey, I'm definitely an artwork guy, so that's nice.
yeah.
Looks like we got a question for you. What do you get more excited for? Statues, comics, or art prints?
Dude, I'm to be honest, it'll be the art prints when I'm at a Comic-Con.
Yeah.
You know, like not
I can see that.
so like the sideshow art prints when they come out, like I appreciate it, but that's not like a me thing. When I'm at the Comic-Cons and I see the
Artist
art,
alley.
and I get to talk to them and get the story behind them, I absolutely love it. I actually had to refrain from buying art prints because I don't have any room. But here are some here. Simon Bianchi, Wolverine and Elektra.
Man, that's nice, dude.
And then
Wow,
Marvel Zombies, Spiderman. I'm a big UFC guy. I do mixed martial arts. This is one of the DC
Hendrix
covers for the UFC. So DC Comics did that cover. Another Simon Bianchi there. And then we're back to kind of my laundry room. X-Men animated series. Stan Lee signed it. And then it's some of my Wolverine stuff.
Oh, that's amazing right there.
So Hawk 181. And then you got some statues up here of Wolverine. That middle one's Kotobukiya.
That one right there, the big one?
Yep, that's Kotobukiya. Old Kotobukiya, but that's it. And then we got some other ones here.
Nice.
And Cap, but
so have you ever thought about having a art print commission? Looks like that's a question from Arch.
Dude, I would like if they did one of us of ToyQuest101, or you mean like if they did a blank cover for us? Because if it's the blank cover, I actually had a couple people do commissions for us. Simon Bianchi did one for me for Wolverine 300. He did it for free too, and I wasn't expecting that. It's put away though. I don't know where it's at. And I recorded him, and it was crazy because I was so nervous because I was shaking. I was like, man, this dude is incredible. And he came. He's like Italian. And over there they'll kiss you on the cheek and stuff. So he came up to me, and so I was so excited. He kissed me on the cheek, and my girl looked at me like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "That's just how they are." And I'm Spanish, so we do the same thing, just not both cheeks. But like, it was so exciting. He's hugging me, and everybody's like clapping and stuff. And he made my Wolverine sketch. Love Simon Bianchi, but yeah, who wouldn't want one of their favorite artists to do a cover? Todd McFarlane, I would love to, Jim Lee. I would love to have Jim Lee do something. I have her Trimpy do a comic book cover for me for Wolverine. But yeah, man.
Definitely, man. I mean, for me, I like Alex Ross, of course, Richard Long.
Love Alex Ross. Love Alex.
Warren, can't think of his last name now, so my apologies, Warren. Jay Ancelio, I believe. He does some X-Men stuff. I mean, there's some great artists out there, though. I mean, you can never go wrong.
This is my favorite.
Ooh, what you got?
I want this guy to do me one day.
Was that Jim Lee? I can't.
Frank Miller.
Oh, Frank Miller. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Frank Miller.
Yes. Love it. Love it.
It's so funny because you're talking about Comic-Con. That's my favorite. Like I'd rather go to Comic-Con, go to Artist Alley, and get all my
Yes.
my art prints from them. I have a ton, but they're all.
So,
from
what's your
Comic-Con.
favorite art print that you have, Casual?
Let me show you really quick.
And I know you got some too, Cash. Which one is your favorite? I see some in the background. Don't think I didn't peep them.
Yeah, this one, let me see. This one right here. Damn, you always do it, man. This one right here, this Predator. This is drawn by a good buddy of mine. And just the fact that he drew it, it means a lot to me. So shout out Vic. He's a great artist. He's actually doing some John Wick stuff with Keanu Reeves for the new John Wick comic.
Nice. That's awesome, man.
So he did that for me, and he also did this that Mortal Kombat Scorpion Sub-Zero for me.
What?
That looks amazing.
Dude, that is I was drooling over the Predator one, but look at that, man. I love the way listen, I love the way you displayed, and let me tell you, I love Scorpion, so I'm a big fan there. But I love the way you displayed it, man. It looks neat. And that's why I like the art, man. It's just so like and that's why I like supporting them too. You know, I don't want to go through a company to buy a certain print. Although I've done it before, I'd rather give it to them in person. So
before we go any further, just remember before the month is over, also by Vic, we will be giving this away. Probably will give this away on Halloween. If not, probably on Halloween or the next time Casual has a live stream, I'll give it away on his channel. But this Pennywise can be yours. All I ask is you do 3 things for me. Subscribe to this channel, Casual's channel, and also ToyQuest channel. That's all I ask, and I'll cover shipping. If you're out of the country, however, all I ask is that you cover shipping for that. But if you're in the country, I'll just send your address once we do the giveaway, and this Pennywise could be yours. Again, this is drawn by my friend Vic. Pretty nice art print from him.
That's so sick.
Great artist, man. Great artist.
That's so sick.
Let's see. What you got.
That's cool.
Ooh.
The hell?
Oh yeah, I showed this to Cash before, but like, have you guys seen this one?
Oh no! What is going on there? Look at the metallics and stuff. What is going on there? That is dope, man.
A guy named Sean Anderson. He also did one for Wonder Woman. So it's
that is sick. I love that.
Right?
Dude, stuff like that. I love it, man. That is insane.
Yeah, it's Comic-Con is where it's at, to be honest.
And it looks so good on camera. I can't imagine on person. It looks how much better it might look because of all those reflectors and shininess to it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. What the heck happened?
I like this, man. I like this.
It's like the old Windows.
Oh boy.
Or Solitaire.
Yeah.
Right. So this right here, is this just was this also part of the original picture?
Yeah, that's the other side. So like I said, there was literally 170 different toys. So I just kind of spread them out to kind of get a picture of, because I like to update everybody too, so they could see all the stuff we're doing. But yeah, that's a big one too. But that's basically same picture, just the other part of the toys and stuff that we got.
That's cool.
All right, cool, man. And looks like you told us a little bit about this earlier, right?
Yes. So again, we have another thing that we do on our show that kind of separates us from others is we have a ton of celebrity guests that come on to the show. So it's funny because during when the pandemic happened, I was scared. I was like, man, because usually our interviews were in person with the celebrity guests, like they would be next to us, right?
Yeah.
So I thought, man, this is gonna be it's gonna kill our channel. But then it opened up doors because now I'm able to do these virtual interviews with people, and he's in Canada, so like, you know, I'm not driving to Canada anytime soon. And this Cal Dodd for me was like a big one because he's like my hero growing up. When I read a comic book or when I look at Wolverine, I hear his voice. I don't hear nobody else's voice. I hear Cal Dodd's. So to get to talk to him, get to see how it like, you know, he was he was doing voiceovers for Wolverine, not even seeing anything. He got a picture of what Wolverine looked like, made this voice for him, and he was just reading lines without seeing the actual production, you know, versus now they're watching the film and kind of, you know, they know what they're looking at. It was so much harder before, and they would work with companies outside of the United States to send the film and all of that. And it's funny because the cast never met each other until like after. They were all kind of doing their things separately. So to learn about all that and how harder it was before and how legit this series came out, because till this day it's one of the most legitimate animated series of all time is the X-Men animated series. And I even had Eric and Julia Leewald on our show as well, the writers and the creators of the X-Men animated series. And that was just an interesting show to kind of get their perspective on how things work. And it's funny because they're all ready to do a reboot or do the last season of the X-Men. And, you know,
are you serious?
Yeah, dude, on our show, Eric told the world that he's like, I already written the script for an animated series next episode if they ever call on me. So if Marvel gets their shit together and calls them or Disney and says, hey, I want to do another, he's going to be like, boom, I'm already a step ahead of you. And the thing is, every single one of the voice actors are down to do it too. So Cal Dodd can still be the voice of Wolverine. You know, unfortunately, we lost Sabretooth and we lost Cyclops. We still got everybody else, and they're like ready. And it's weird to me because the X-Men animated series, when it came out, they talked a lot about a lot of topics that right now are just really, really like we need to hear about. They did it back then when it was kind of like they broke down those barriers when it wasn't allowed to do it. They did it wasn't a cartoon series. It was an adult, like, they talked about a lot of, racism and all kinds of things in their series. And, when he was funny, he was saying when Wolverine hit Cyclops in the gut, that was not allowed. You weren't allowed to really do that in the cartoons. And that was kind of like the first time it happened. And they didn't say anything to nobody. They just did it and got in trouble after. But it was such a powerful scene. That's the only time you see one of them actually like really hit each other in the cartoon series. You won't ever see that again. Well, in that cartoon series now, they're doing all kinds of stuff. But yeah, man, Cal Dodd was awesome. Eric and Julia Leewald were awesome. And he was over here talking like Wolverine while we were interviewing him, and I'm over here like, yeah, dude. He's like, he was doing lines for us, and we were doing trivia. We played games with them. It's just awesome, man. Really awesome.
Hey, that's what's up, man. I mean, I feel like I'm just eating it up from hearing you talk about experiencing that live, because I love X-Men. Man.
Yeah, I get so excited, and the thing is, they were so cool. And when we played the games with them, they were fun because, like, with Eric and Julia, I was literally testing them on their knowledge of their own series that they did a decade ago, and they would narrow it down to the scene, the character, and the episode. And I was just like, and we had that on our YouTube channel. And then, same thing with Cal Dodd. We had him, quote some famous lines that I absolutely loved, and it was pretty cool, man. I really loved it.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's great stories, man. Great stories. Yeah, man. So here we have Spider Gwen. As you said, this is probably your favorite one. So I can definitely see it there. Looks good. What do you feel about the art prints that come with XM Studios? Do you like that touch?
I do. It's different. That's kind of one of the things that separates them from everybody else. And like, if you notice, you guys have a lot of statues with the art behind it, and I think that's a really cool way to display your statues. It doesn't have to be a crazy art print, but even that one right there, it's basically, and it's cool because with this one, you see all the 3 different portraits on the left. Obviously, I could only choose one, and a lot of times you're like, man, they all look good. So for me to keep the one with her mask on the statue, because the print has the one without it on, I think it's cool to kind of have it displayed in the back and stuff. So I like that about XM, to be honest with you. I think that's a really cool added touch. And the fact that it's of the statue itself, I think it makes it look cooler. And the colors and stuff pop out on this one a lot too. So I really like it.
Yeah, the pink definitely does.
Mhm.
Definitely does.
I had a quick question. Like, with the statues, like a statue like this, is this like a forever piece? Like, you'll never get rid of this one?
You know what's funny? So like, I won't get rid of this one. Again, I'm not a Spider-Gwen fan. I like her, but I'm not like crazy about her, right? Like if I let me say this. If I were to go on XM's website right now and purchase a statue, Spider-Gwen would be like towards the end. Like it wouldn't be a thought to get it unless it was like some crazy statue where she's fighting everybody, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is one of the ones we kept because of my daughter, and because again, I don't have a lot of basic statues. Like all my statues are kind of like they're all fighting each other or something, or they're really big, except the Bowen ones. But yeah, I would keep it. And XM is just, you know, there's levels to everything, right? There's levels to fighting, there's levels to sports, there's levels to certain statue companies, and I think XM is one of the top tier ones that are. They just really do a good job with everything, the concept, the thought behind it, the art behind it, the details, the paint, the shading, just everything is just really cool and unique. And yeah, we kept that one. So and then it's funny too, because I've had statues before that I'm like, man, I'm keeping this one, and then I'm like, all right, well, you know, the new Batman came out. Let me sell these other Batmans that I thought just to pay for this one. Does that make sense? So it might be a forever piece now, but who knows? Who knows?
Who knows, man? Who knows? That's crazy. Hey, let me say this. So I actually watched this video that you guys did with the Minions, and I was surprised. I'm like, wait, this is Prime One? Like I was, because I'm a big fan of like Despicable Me, the Minions. Obviously, you watched them.
Nice.
So you know, I was just surprised that this was made by them. You know, like I said, because obviously it's not a, you know, bigger you know, I don't know, Doom or, you know, some Superman character or something. But this is actually pretty cool. And I like having something smaller for like those wall shelves or like your TV area. So this is pretty cool right here.
Yeah. So when I talk to my partners and stuff, you know, I tend to obviously think about my audience too, right? So
yeah,
I think about my daughter. I know we have a lot of younger kids who also watch, and Despicable Me is hilarious. Love the movie. So you know, obviously they give me choices and stuff, and I told them, hey, you know, send me something that's kind of still adult type, but it could be for kids as well. And when they told me about their Despicable Me line, first off, I was just like you, Cash. I was like, wait, you have Despicable Me statues? So like these guys are like $100. Like that's not like the one to the left was like about $130. Stewart in New York was I think like $90. And the other guy to the right with the bananas is like, I don't know, $120 when you order it from Prime One Studios. But they have more. They have a bunch of different ones. And if you're a Despicable Me fan, or just like art and animation, or have some sort of, you know, room or kids room or anything like that, like this is such a artistic way to not be so much of a kid, right? So like it's an adult version of a child thing. But these guys are neat, man. They send us these funny story. I hope I don't get in trouble for this. So I knew there were statues, and I didn't know how big they were. Like I know the scale size, right? So I get home, I look at my camera, and I see UPS guy again, poor UPS guy, come in with 3 huge boxes, and I'm like, man. So I hit up my guy. I'm like, dude, I didn't realize these things were so big. He's like, what are you talking about? They accidentally sent me 10 of each. So I had.
Are you serious?
I had 30 different ones. So, you know, obviously I'm gonna be honest, and he had no idea. I probably could have gotten away with all that stuff. And I said, listen, I gotta send these back. This is what happened. And he's like, oh my God. He's like, dude, I'll pay, you know. So he sent me the return labels and stuff. I borrow my boy's pickup truck because again these boxes were huge. Got
That's
him sent off.
crazy.
He gave me 3 extra ones for being honest, and I told him that I would do giveaways for. So I did a giveaway to one, and the craziest part, Cash and Casual, is when I did the giveaway for the Stewart one. Obviously we're picking random people.
Yeah.
Apparently the kid that first off, it was a kid who won it. I shipped it to him, paid for everything, and apparently he had autism. He was very shy. He watched our YouTube channel because he knew Illiana had autism, and he wanted to start to be on YouTube because he started watching our show. He did his first episode with that minion thing, and they sent it to us. And I swear, I almost started crying. I was like, "What?" So it was such a great feeling that not only did I did a giveaway, but that Prime One Studio helped me with this giveaway, and it went to a kid that kind of, went through the same thing that Illiana went through, and it was just the coolest thing in the world for him to get. And these things are cool, man. Like Prime One Studios again doing their thing with what is it, Illumination? I think it is. And these guys are cool, man. I really like them.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's what's up. It's crazy how that goes full circle, and I know it's not on the same level, but we did an art print giveaway of a Halloween art print last stream. And one of the guys came from the guest channel, and out of all the people we were asking the question randomly, he was the one who got it right. And it just kind of made me feel like that's just part of that community of you coming from his channel. What are the odds? Because we had about 15 people live, and out of those 15 people, everyone was guessing. I mean, for minutes they couldn't get the question right about Michael Myers, and he finally got it. And I'm just like, like I said, I know it's on that same scale, but I love how that came back full circle for you guys' channel, and to be able to, help that kid out. Because I guarantee you, out of any statue he gets, the fact that it came from you guys, the fact that he can relate to your daughter, to him, that's his girl. That's his forever piece. Guarantee you that.
For sure. And listen, I know you're the kind of you're downplaying your one giveaway, but even. Dude, I remember, man, when I just won anything, I appreciate it because I felt lucky.
Yeah, for sure.
It was from somebody that I genuinely liked and cared about, because they were a part of my life, whether I was watching them on TV or YouTube or whatever the case is. But it goes a long way, man. Even with the print you guys are doing now by your friend, you're supporting your friend first off, right? I never heard of the guy, and I'm already a fan just by looking at the 3 things that you showed me. Not one of them I disliked. Like, I'm not an It fan, but that was dope and creepy. I loved it. The Predator, all that. So you're supporting your boy, right? He's on the come up too, so that's a big thing. And then you're going to introduce him to somebody else who might not know him, and now is going to love this print. And eventually they're going to be like, man, I really like this. Let me check this guy out, and possibly buy stuff off of him. So it's a chain reaction that you're setting off, even if it's just a print. You know what I'm saying? And it goes a long way for all parties involved. So no matter what, man, that's just a cool thing that you're doing, especially even with that print that you're doing now. So
yeah, definitely, man. Looks like we got had a comment back here from Shirley Santos. Says hola.
That's my mom. Yeah.
Says, hello, beautiful son and granddaughter.
That's a Spanish mom for you right there. Always support. 1000%.
Yeah, listen, I love my mom, man. She's the biggest support system that I have, and she's awesome, man. She's a big help too. She actually helps a lot with the community involvement.
That's what's up, man.
She's a school teacher, bilingual teacher forever. She's about to retire soon, hopefully. Stop working, go enjoy life. But I love my mom, man, and she'll be up late doing this and watching us and seeing what we talk about. And she's a big support system, especially for my daughter. So love you, mom. Thanks for being on.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Shout out all the moms across the world, man. Shout out Mama ToyQuest101.
That's so funny.
Yeah. What do we have here? It looks like subscribe today, toy reveals, commentary,
so that's
new unveilings.
You know what's funny? That's our first flyer ever. We just updated with the logo, but that's like when I first did it. Like we had my art desk was my table, the one that you see behind me now.
Yeah,
that was like my table. She was a lot younger.
Yeah,
my hair was a lot longer. I was a lot skinnier. So like,
man, dude.
It just shows how far we've come as far as like and you see it in the videos too. One thing, going through the whole journey of being on YouTube, you're gonna see you progressing. So if you see our first video, I got like a fisheye lens and like I'm on a table, like there's no cloth, there's no nothing. And then now you're going into, I got graphics, I got all this stuff, because you're learning along the way, right? You're getting better cameras, mic'd up now versus before not getting mic'd up. So yeah,
dude,
man,
I had a headset when I first started. All right.
But listen, it does, that's the cool thing. The journey is just another part of this whole community, right? It's like where you came from, how you got there, and how you keep progressing and stuff. So all of that stuff is just it's part of the ride. It's part of the journey. So I giggle at it, but that's like all the little figures. Like we used to go to the store and get the blind bags, and half of the time I had no idea what the heck they were. So I was going off of her lead, and I'm like, oh yeah, I love Lollipop Girl or whatever the heck they are. Stuff like that, or whatever the heck we open up half of the time. But yeah, man, it's fun. And people get to joke around because they're like, man, you don't know what that is. Like, I have no idea what some of these things are, but it's cool, man.
Hey, it's all it's all about the heart, man. That's all that matters, bro. Hey,
so let me ask you guys a question real quick. So, because I always curious about this.
What's up?
So for both of you, is there a statue that you guys always wanted that it's not in your collection? That like it's
I'm
just
not
like,
answering
man,
this.
I really
I
innovate. Like, is there one that you're like, man, I really, one day I'm gonna have this piece. Like one day I'm gonna make it happen. The one that got away.
Casual, you go, man. This is like nobody lets me forget this each week, man. Go ahead, Casual, you go.
Yo, did somebody ask you this before? Is that a common question?
Yeah, so every week we have a show. Like we have our friend Astro. We have my channel, and then like this always comes up.
Oh my goodness! Oh, I'm sorry.
Nah, man.
It's the best.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's 1/3 Hawkman for me, for Iron Studios, and as you guys know, I was able to get it for I think $1,000 at the time, which was just, I mean, the guy, he was moving, didn't have room, had to get money, stuff like that, and was just trying to get rid of it. Trusted seller, everything was legit, stuff like that. And I had just started collecting. I'm like, nah, I'll get it later, whatever, no big deal. And a year later, that thing is $3,500. I didn't even know that was a grail, and I just, and he was basically begging me to pretty much buy it just because he needed the funds. He's like, hey, it's right here, a great deal. You're probably not going to find it again. And like I said, just being new to collecting, I didn't know anything about edition sizes, scales. I was like 1/3. Like I literally had to watch Chris the Batman statue collector. He did this video about teaching new collectors different scales, and I had to watch that like 3 times. Like I was like taking notes. I'm like, quarter scale, what's that? And that's mine, Hawkman though.
So is the Hawkman is your favorite like character too, or you just like that statue?
No, he's not my favorite character. I just love I love the statue, and I do like seeing him be a part of the Justice League.
I love that you picked Hawkman, because it's not a one that everybody goes to. So and I know exactly what model you're talking about, and that thing's legit. So
yeah,
you'll get there. You'll get it one day. You'll get it one day. What about you, Casual? Casual's like, man.
Oh man, I think we spoke about it earlier before, but
Superman?
mine was Superman Hush. That's I'll trade a couple of these guys for that one guy.
You know what's funny? I didn't realize he was gonna. I mean, I knew a lot of people downplay Superman, but he's very popular. Like I'm not a Superman fan, but that Hush statue is legit, and it's like everybody wants it. It's crazy, and I appreciate the piece and I like it, but I'm just like, oh man, I guess I got to see it in person to really. But it's legit.
Oh
I absolutely love it. Did you see the one with the black suit now that came out?
Yep.
Yeah, I think who just did a review on it? I think it was Sick Mansion, if I'm not mistaken.
The sick one.
Yeah, the sick one.
Yeah.
He's
Shout
another
out
guy
Sick,
who just
man.
started, and he's funny. I like him.
Hey, all good, Jerry. All good, man. I appreciate you being here. Hey, I took this took this meme because I knew Casual was gonna be on with me this time, and I know you do the meme thing. I thought this was funny because of that comment I had made about when I was at work, and I had sent you guys a screenshot of what the ports are actually looking like, and I thought about Joe when I seen this.
Your package is here. Me after work.
Hey, dude, I will go hunt down my own statues out them boats. All right, if need to be.
Dude, what a fiasco with the whole shipping stuff, man. It's just been crazy. It's just been crazy.
It definitely has been crazy.
Yeah. So they were just they spread out some news from one of the groups I follow saying like prices are just going to increase with everything going on. It's shipping is going to be a nightmare. You'll be lucky to get your thing before Christmas too, supposedly. So I'm like, wow.
So that's a good question to ask you guys. Do you think it's worth it to collect statues now because of that stuff? Because I'll give you an example. That Batman Hush got up to $2,000 because of shipping.
Yeah,
shipping was like $400 or $500, man. It was crazy. So, you know, they're expensive as it is. And now, I don't know if people realize it, but now what companies are starting to do is that they're starting to tease and see what the hype is first before they announce the price. And I think that's what happened with the PCS Ronin statue with the brothers in the back. Man, people were like, this is going to be statue of the year, and all hyped it up. And then all of a sudden, boom, it's like, you know, over $2,000, close to $3,000 after everything's said and done. And I think it had to do with the reception of the unveiling of the piece and all that. And I think that's what's starting to happen. And then again, with these shipping prices, you know, I don't know. So what do you guys think? You think now is a good or bad time to collect?
I think it's a great time as ever.
He's like, I don't care.
No, dude. I mean, think about it. Think about it, bro. Like, I started collecting during a pandemic. I mean, I don't advise that, but like, I'm just saying, like, I did. I started collecting during a pandemic, and obviously, being a 1-year veteran now of collecting,
hey,
you know, when I first started collecting, it was getting any and everything, right? I mean, I don't even care if I knew the character. If it looked good, I'm getting it. But now I've dialed it back, and I know, okay, I like Spiderman, I like Batman, I like Predators. That's what I'm going to stick with. So I've dialed it back, and the shipping definitely doesn't help because, you know, it's crazy, right? I put together this Predator right here along with the 2 ones that I have on bottom. I combined all 3 of the shipping. It is $180 for 3 Predators that are 1/4 size from Prime 1, and their 1/4 are a little bit bigger, so it's kind of like a mini 1/3. All 3 of those combined didn't cost as much as that Batman Hush shipping.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. Wow. And that was less than a year ago.
Yeah.
Less than a year ago. Where it's at too, because the problem is the overseas pricing is what's killing us right now. It's the overseas. But if it's here in the United States type thing, you won't see those ridiculous pricing. I mean, they're still gonna be up, but not as crazy as the overseas one.
About that.
Yeah. So, what about you, Casual?
I think it's right now, as of like October, it's a crazy time, but it's an awesome time because there's all these companies: Queen Studios, Iron Studios, Sideshow XM. I mean, like it's amazing, you know, and their quality keeps going up and up and up and up and up, and it's just like they're fighting. Competition is always good, I think. So, but the prices are definitely getting up there to where, like, there's some collectors that won't be able to afford it anymore, you know. But
bro, the Queen Studios is ridiculous, man. That, like, I would love to, and I generally dislike movie statues. I'm more of a comic book type. I do have some movie statues. Like Kotobukiya sent us a Wonder Woman one, PVC, and I think they really did a good job portraying Gal Gadot. But there's other ones that I don't like. But Queen Studios is amazing, and it's just expensive. But I would love to have a reveal for a Queen Studio one. It's really cool.
Cool. So, question I have for you is a villain or superhero. If you could only be one, which one would you be, a villain or a superhero? And out of the choice of the character that you choose, what power of his or her would you have if you can only have one of their powers?
Damn, man, why you gotta be hard hitting questions, bro? Hard hitting questions.
Hey, the ending is always the hardest.
I know, dude. Listen, it's crazy because I'm thinking wrestling now too. If I was in wrestling, I'd be a villain. If I was in wrestling, I'll be a villain.
I'd be Sting if I was a wrestler.
I'll be a villain. I love the bad guy gimmick. Comic book wise, man, it's gonna be Wolverine. I don't think there's gonna be
Okay.
a different. And it's the reason why I like Wolverine's character is because the guy, obviously he doesn't, the whole healing factor. He's been living for
Yeah.
hundreds and hundreds of years, and he hates it, right? Because he falls in love and gets his heart broken, and sees everybody that he kind of gets in a relationship with or friendship or whatever it is, and just bad things happen. So that's why he's always grumpy, not because he wants to be, just because he goes through so much because of the life that he's spent. But he's just badass, man. I love that he's a short little guy and he wants to fight. He doesn't care who it is. I'll fight you. Love that about him. But yeah, it'll be Wolverine, man. Anything, the claws, healing factor. I don't know about the stature, because
Yeah.
I'm short as it is, but
You wouldn't want to be 5'3",
5'4",
huh?
Yeah. Listen, my striking coach is 5 foot, and he's a tiny guy, but he goes to town on people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't imagine being that short.
That's crazy. Jerry says I would take Kitty Pryde's power.
Oh, that's a
She has
different
the
one.
goes through like matter, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, she just goes through
Yeah.
stuff pretty much. Yeah. That's a dope one though. That's not, I would expect people to pick that.
It's Arch. Yeah,
Arch.
definitely, man.
Wait.
Go to Fort Knox then, Jerry. All right, Edwin. I see you, man. So
funny.
Kitty could phase Wolverine into a rock. Wow.
Nah, Jerry, I'm gonna have to be on Archangel's side now. You're crazy. You are insane. There's no way. That's so
Yeah.
funny.
So one of one of the final questions that I do have for you is a question I ask everybody. And obviously, from looking at your collection and learning a little bit more about you in the channel tonight, you have a mixture of everything, XM, Prime One, Diamond Select, Sideshow, Kotobukiya, et cetera, as well as art prints. What is your Mount Rushmore? Your Grells. Obviously, like I always say, basketball. We have MJ, Magic. All the main people. But if you can only pick 4 statues in your collection, whether you have them or not, what are those 4? And if you like, you can give a 5th honorable mention.
Dude, these questions. All right. So, definitely the Hawk and Wolverine is one of them. For sure, hands down. That's in my collection. Overall, I think that's one of the best statues out there. This Batman Hush, I know I haven't really opened it yet, but
But you already know.
I have a feeling, man, this is gonna be like my baby. So we're gonna put the Batman Hush there. So that's 2. So I need 2 more from my collection. The Wolverine and Juggernaut. I like that.
Okay.
Juggernaut's huge, and Wolverine, and like I said, I like those fighting pieces. So that would be the 3rd one. I'll pick one that I don't have. And it's probably gonna be a weird one. So I always wanted the Spiderman 2099 statue that Sideshow had. I don't even know if it was Sideshow or maybe it was a Prime One Studio. I can't remember, but I saw that at Sideshow. I always wanted it, man, and there was a time where Sideshow did like the second chance pieces because they had some in the warehouse, and I tried so hard to get it, and somebody beat me to it, and I was livid. But that Spider-Man 2099, I liked it. His name is Miguel, so I like that. That's
Cool.
another good one that they should make a movie about. Spider-Man 2099. And then an honorable mention. Let's see. Trying to think. Oh, the Omega Red from XM Studios. That's fairly new, but yeah, I wanna be able to eventually get like Wolverine's like the bad guys. Like, you know, you got your
Cool.
Sabretooth. Like, I don't even have a Sabretooth in my collection. I was talking to Dennis about this. I'm like, dude, I don't know how I don't have a Saber. I love Sabretooth. Omega Red. You know, I want to get all the villains for Wolverine, but I know they're not crazy choices, right? Because there's so many other ones out there that are more expensive or like really, really elaborate and stuff. But I do like Spider-Man 2099 and that Omega Red from XM Studios. I mean, I wish I could get my hands on a life size from Sideshow, like full statue or something from Queen Studios. Oh no, you know what? Let me change that last one.
This happens to everybody.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
I promise. I forgot who did it. Maybe it was Prime One. I forget who did it. It's and I don't like movie statues, but this is one. It's the Joker of the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. Maybe it was
Queen Studios.
Yes.
Yep.
And I saw it in person. In New York Comic Con, and it's the life-size bust of him. And when you turn around in the back, he's over here in the mirror. And dude, just the simple fact that they thought of doing that in the back of the bus, like I already envisioned it on a table or turntable in my house, like put that on my dining room table or something. That one right there, I fell in love with. That's one of the few, like I love statues and I'm like, oh man, this is a really good one. But that one I really, really fell in love with. And again, I'm not a big movie statue guy, but the Joker ones I could do in Batman. But that one right there, man, is just ridiculous. I absolutely love it. So that's got to be on my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, definitely, man. And I will show you guys this real quick. And for those of you who are thinking about X-Men, don't even think, don't just do it, man. Shout out Dennis Perez. I always tell Dennis, man, this is one of the best and cleanest setups I've seen. Dennis thinks his collection isn't like like on the level of like, maybe some of the bigger like collectors out there, but I tell him, man, this setup is nice and clean, and and he's already made it better since he's moved some stuff around since we've talked live here. But I just wanted to show you everybody that one more time because that X-Men collection and even the Avengers down there is clean. It's clean, man.
Yeah, it's sick. I like to when people display themes, right? So they have the whole X-Men,
Oh yeah,
like that. But yeah, man, that's super dope.
Yeah, man. So man, it's been a long stream, guys. I appreciate everybody for being here. I really do. Those of you guys who stuck with us through the end, I appreciate it. Casual, I really thank you for coming on here today. You as well, ToyQuest101, man. It was a pleasure. I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't think you were gonna say yes to doing this. I don't know why, I really didn't, but I really did. I'll be surprised. Like when Dennis, said yes, Dennis was like thankful, but I was like, bro, I'm thankful for you too. Cause like everybody casual, the everyday collector, Dennis Perez, ToyQuest101, anybody who said yes, I'm like, I'm thankful, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Like I said earlier, man, I remember my roots. I remember when I first started, prior to you inviting me, I watched a couple of your episodes. I watched the one with Dennis. I think I watched another one. I can't remember which one it was. But I tend to go on and see everybody who goes on. And I like what I saw, man. And, it's funny. I do have a lot of people that hit me up to be on their show. And I try not to say no to people. I try to schedule them. But I'm always so busy. But the minute you said, I was like, you know what? Let me stop what I'm doing. I'm going to go on because I really like the stream and stuff. So, shout outs to both of you. And just keep going. If you ever want to invite me again, dude, the answer is yes. So you let me know. And yeah, man, just send me the links and stuff for your boys giveaway, and I'll make sure I put it on ours so all my guys could go onto your channel, invade and follow and stuff, so they could get their chance to win that too. Because that's a cool piece, man. That's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna ask you to send me that so I can post it for you guys. Dennis, you're the man, Dennis.
Appreciate it, man. Dennis Perez. Yeah, man. Again, thank you both for being here. Everybody out there, appreciate it again. This has been the 4th episode of the Kashing Out Show. Just remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that. There actually is a link to both Casual's channel as well as ToyQuest101's channel as well in this video's description. So just hit those links up. I'm pretty sure we all would appreciate that. And that's been everything. Any closing remarks from either one of you guys?
It was nice meeting you, Miguel. It was definitely nice to hear
too,
all
man.
of your giveaways and everything that you've been doing for the community and outside the community. And it's a nice, it's a good, I'm going to sleep good tonight.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, and I appreciate you guys, man. Just again, I'm thankful for this, obviously, right? To being on, guest on your show. And for everybody watching, you know what I mean? Follow all of us. If you guys ever need anything, don't be afraid to hit me up. If you have a question about something, if you want to see a picture about something, if you're trying to find a statue, anything, just whoever you are, just let me know. I always answer my phone no matter what. And like I said, you guys ever want to do it again, we'll do it again sometime. So let me know.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey, episode 4 Kashing Out Show. Be sure to tune in next Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got a very special guest in the building. Casual Nerd Problems will be back with me. We got a special guest, man. Everybody's special. Today, I felt we had a special guest. Next week, we got a special guest. We're going to try to keep it going. Hey, cash out, baby.
Put some cash in your life. Put some cash in your life. If your cash ain't right, if your cash ain't right, put some cash in your life. Put some cash in your life. Cause what's the credit